Sup, it's Rica, so welcome back to another video. Hi! For this video, you've seen the title, you've seen the thumbnail, of course. So let's get started. My iPad is the A2197 or the 7th generation in the color rose gold. For the accessories, I have this case that has a keyboard which I got from Shopee. And I have this Stylus Pen that I got from Shopee as well. I couldn't afford to buy an Apple Pencil because I'm too broke right now. And by the way, it's CAUP. You can change it to whatever you want. It has mesh, rubber, and just this plain one. Now let's proceed to what's actually on my iPad. When you open my iPad, the first page is just blank. What you could only see is the wallpaper and the dock. Because I want a space where I can see and appreciate my wallpaper. My wallpaper is a quote by Norman Foster, who is an architect. And in case you didn't know, I am an architecture student from PLM and I am an incoming sophomore. On my dock, I have Messenger, Safari, Files, Telegram, and some recently used apps. Next are my widgets. Here's what it would look like if I have my schedule for classes. But since we don't have classes yet, I'll remove that first. Again, here are my widgets. I have here the time and date for today, calendar just so I have a reminder or idea if there are any events, my empty class up schedule, because again, we don't have classes yet. Our class will start on September 3. And then I have here the weather for today because I want to be informed about that, and the battery status for my iPad and AirPods. For the second page of my iPad, I have my Acads related apps. First, I have Pinterest. This is where I get ideas, info, references, and such for my art. And since I am taking up BS architecture, this is where I usually look for designs and ideas for my plates and where I could learn some rendering techniques. Next, I have Gmail, ClassUp, which I mentioned earlier. This is where I encode my schedule for it to be organized and easy to read. Then I have Notes, Khan Academy. I plan to study in advance for differential calculus, refresh my mind on differential equations and grammar because I am very grammar conscious, then refresh on high school geometry in preparation for solid mensuration, because solid mensuration is like geometry but on a whole new different level. Then I have integral calculus, multivariable calculus, physics library, and another refresher on pre-calculus and geometry. I actually studied trigonometry when I was in 9th grade, so I really need to refresh on that. I have Google Sheets, Google Meet, G Drive, Google Docs, Outlook, which I think we will use for our online class since PLM provided us our own account for it. Next, I have GoodNotes. The first folder contains some books that I used for second semester. I use GoodNotes to highlight the information that I need to learn and the most important parts. The second folder contains my digital notebooks for all the subjects that I had during second semester. Honestly, I wasn't able to write much because back then I wasn't used to digital note-taking. Next, I have my planner, which I really love so freaking much. I got my template from GoodNotes PH on Instagram. I had it customized there, so if you want to have yours, I'll link their account below on the description box. So it's actually just like my Muji planner, which I also freaking love, and I am so obsessed with it. Ever since I started using planners, my life has been organized somehow. Next, I have reminders, Adobe Acrobat Reader. This is where I keep the PDFs that I use for school. And by the way, if you're an Archi student from PLM, the PLM CAUP Student Council has G Drive links containing PDFs that every architecture student needs. Then I have Edmodo, which I didn't use much because online classes got cancelled when I was a freshie, and I'm still keeping it just in case we will use it again. Then I have Pages, Keynotes, Zoom, and Quizlet. I highly recommend using Quizlet for when reviewing terms or jargons, and I swear this helped me so much for my quizzes and exams. On the last page, I just have some random apps. First, I have YouTube, of course. And I actually enjoy watching YouTube videos on my iPad more than on my phone because of the screen size, obviously. And I'm going to take this opportunity to tell you to subscribe to my channel since you're watching my video already. So what are you waiting for? Subscribe and click on the bell button to get notified whenever I upload a new video and become a part of our growing family. Next, I have YouTube Studio to manage my videos, Spotify, and by the way, I have been listening to Taylor Swift's newest album, Folklore. Then I have Netflix. I just finished rewatching Haikyuu for the nth time, and I'm also rewatching some other anime and trying out new animes to watch. and some series and movies of course. So if you have any Netflix recommendations, just comment down below. Basta wag yung Kissing Booth and movies na kasama si Noah Centineo. No offense though, it's just not really my type. Like, I don't like the flow of the story. Now, for my folders. So the first folder is named Photos and Videos. I have Procreate, which I really love because I can finally make digital art, and it's super helpful for my business on Instagram, which is the blank space PH. And oh, did I mention that part of the money earned will be donated to students who are in need of gadgets for online classes. So I already found an organization called No Classmate Left Behind. So doon ako nagdo-donate, and nagdo-donate din ako sa mga nakikita ko sa Twitter. But of course, I try to make sure na kung legit ba talaga sila or hindi. Honestly, I still prefer Acad Freeze kasi hindi lahat may internet connection. Hindi lahat may gadgets for online classes. Kaya nga may mga nakikita tayo na piso para sa laptop and other organizations na nagko-conduct ng donation para sa mga students na nangangailangan. Hindi lahat may maayos na study environment sa bahay nila. There are those na may problema sa family, there are those na magulo sa bahay nila, and there are those na kailangan nilang tumigil sa pag-aaral muna kasi hindi talaga nila kaya, hindi talaga nila afford. And meron din naman na, imbis na ipangkain nila yung perang kikitain, ipambibili nila ng gadgets para lang maka-cope up sa online classes. So, yung mga humihiling ng academic freeze, hindi sila tamad, sadyang hindi lahat ay privilege kagaya mo. Then, I have camera which I don't really use, Camera Connect, Visco, Snapseed, Photos, Facetune 2, Snow, Fonto, Vont, Adobe Draw, PixArt, Preview, Canva, Lightroom, and Premiere Rush. For my utilities folder, I have Clock, Voice Memo where I record my voiceovers, Settings, Contacts, Find My iPad or iPhone, Paymaya na walang laman, Calendar, Maps, Messages, App Store, and Gcash. For my last folder are my socials, Facebook, Mail, Twitter. I actually plan to delete Facebook and Twitter once classes start para no distractions because the sole purpose why I have an iPad right now ay para sa pag-aaral ko. And lastly, I have Discord which I use whenever my friends and I play PUBG Mobile or Identity 5. So yeah, that is it for my iPad and I hope you guys enjoyed it. And of course, don't forget to like and subscribe and click on the bell button to get notified whenever I upload a new video. And of course, don't forget to follow me on my social media accounts and follow my Instagram shop, which will all be linked down below. See you guys on my next video. Bye!